19 fires are still burning across the state, but firefighters say the three main areas of concern are Melbourne's northern fringe, where the Mickleham fire has burned through 20,000 hectares near Wallan and Kilmore, in far east Gippsland, and a large blaze in Orwell.
Well, much more accommodating for firefighters here today, Matt, and as a result this fire is now in somewhat of a holding pattern. It's currently burned through more than 23,000 hectares of land from Mickleham and further north to Wallan and in the community here of Kilmore. The CFA says at least 12 homes have been confirmed lost, most of those in here in the Kilmore region, while dozens of outbuildings have also been destroyed and hundreds more properties have been impacted to some degree. 300 firefighters are currently on the ground tackling this blaze. 3 of those were injured while fighting the fire near Kilmore overnight. 2 as a result of a falling tree branch, and 1 broke their leg after falling on the fire ground. Now, while the fire's progress has been slowed considerably in the last 12 to 24 hours, the CFA has stressed that several of these communities around Kilmore are still under some threat. Here's what they had to say at a press conference earlier this afternoon.
We are slowing the spread of the head of the fire. However, we do have a lot of work in front of us this afternoon. I don't think anyone can afford to be relaxed. There is still fire in the landscape. That fire in the landscape is quite close to Kilmore. Whilst we have done our best yesterday to steer it around the town, the threat still exists.
Now, Watch and Act alerts remain for several of those townships in Kilmore, Wallan, Darrawit, Gwym and Bylands, amid concerns that any sudden wind change could again fan those flames towards those communities and the residents that have chosen to stay in them. Rain at this stage appears to be the only likely saviour for firefighters, but that's not due in this region until at least Thursday. So wait and see at this time, but still some threat remains for these communities around Kilmore and further south.